Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny and welcome. This video I'm going to be doing a reaction and review to Paige and Chris from Marriage at First Sight season 12 episode 4 that aired just this morning or yesterday. That aired yesterday. So I'm going to I decided to do a separate video for Paige and Chris because there was a lot to talk about them and I didn't want the review of the show to be so long, so I make theirs different because there's really a lot of lessons to learn from these people. Even though they are the most shitty couples of this season, but there's still a lot to learn. I just want to break in some points in this whole situation, so let's just get into it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and join this family because we're going to do the show to the end. Okay, so first off, Paige and Chris started off at the end of their wedding. Okay, so in this episode, the end of their wedding, both of them, they go into their hotel room like other couples, and then they were both very handy. The first thing I noticed was when they go into the room, Chris was throwing up the condoms that was in their room, and I'm like, what do you expect from Chris? What do you expect from Chris? Anyway, so they went on to start helping each other to get off their clothes, and Paige was unbuttoning Chris's shirt, and I think they were the only couple that actually went into the bathroom together too. Like, I knew from last episode that this will happen. Anyway, let's just continue. And let me not run faster than my leg. So Paige helped him to unbutton his clothes. As Paige was unbuttoning his shirt, and he was like, "Hey, my chest is very wide." Strike me as one of those people, like, yes, I know, see, you have to be your biggest fan whatever way it is. Like, if you not hype yourself, who will hype you? But Chris is like some of those people that are actually delusional about themselves. Like, they see themselves like they are so fly, but they are not. Like, in their head and in their head they feel like they are so fly, like they are the thing, they are the in thing, but to people around them, just like that's how Chris strike me. Anyway, so after they went to bed, they shut the door and all that. The next morning, Paige was just miserably sitting down alone in her room, saying that Chris said he was going downstairs to get the menu for breakfast, and Chris has gone MIA on her. She has been calling him and he's not picking, yada yada yada, that she's confused what is happening here. And I'm just like, I don't know what, like. Anyway, let's continue. Hours later, Chris came up and said, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, that's actually like, "Hey, what's up?" And she was like, "Where have you been?" and all that. And Chris went on like, I'm having a panic attack, so I had to go clear my head. I'm not even all that good yet, but I'm so sorry. Can you go?" And Paige, trying to be the supportive wife that she'll be, the supporting Christian wife to be, okay? Paige stood up and went to his side to comfort him, like, you know what, we took this vow together, so feel free, like, let's talk this out and all that. And Chris is a jackass, like, is a jerk. And Chris went on to say, with Paige still holding his hand, say, I understand why they match us together. On paper, we look good together. But the thing is that I am not physically attracted to you. Yes, he said it. And this is my last episode. If you watch my last episode, I was like, he told the same thing to our friends. And I was like, why didn't the friends tell her? Like, if our friends had told her last night on their wedding day, this won't come as a shock to her. Probably to have prepared. You see why I said, like, this is why don't have friends that they can tell you things the way they are because they're trying to protect your feelings. They should be able to be so 100% real with you and tell you things the way they are so that you can make a better judgment, a better decision. You understand? So immediately Chris said that she was so pissed and shocked and walked away and said she doesn't understand that they were the same guy that was literally asking for sex all through the night, and they literally had sex in the night and even in the morning, and now he's not physically attracted to her. That she hasn't met any guy, any man that has done it with her without being physically attracted with her. And I like, sister, I like to play it because everybody's dragging everybody dragging Chris, but sometimes Paige just needs to take some responsibility of what happened in this whole thing. Sister, men can have sex with you even when they are not physically, emotionally attracted to you. They will still do what they want to do. So I don't know when she was like, any man can do that. But my own is that when people show you who they are, don't stop wishing for better when people show you their true color. And Chris actually shows her true color at the first go. The first day of the wedding, he played his card and showed exactly what he is. The fact that people, like, I know everybody can be me, like, just take people, but people just need to start making this a normal thing for people to see people, for people to accept people for what they are and stop wishing for the best. That's something I always tell people close to me. Never hope to change someone's perspective or mindset from what they are already used to or what they know, because it's not going to work. At the long run, resentment will fall in place when you try to change someone. It's either if they change because of you, they start hating you for making them change, or you start hating them for not changing. So if you can accept someone for what they have showed you, then it's on you. Like, it's on you, Paige. So Paige went on and was like, she doesn't understand and all that and all that. And yes, Chris is a jackass. Everybody knew from the wedding that Chris just wants to get in between her legs, and everybody knew that, like, it wasn't something that was a puzzle for at least we the viewers. So it's so shocking that Paige saw a red flag and called it a yellow flag. So hey, and then the meeting with the parents, she met up with Chris's parents, the mom, the dad, and another lady. I don't know if it's Chris's grandmom or Chris's auntie. And then he told his parents that there was already a bump on the way, and the father was like, "Oh, what type of bump? Is it is it a fuck bump? Is it like?" I'm just like. This family is a joke, like, it's a joke. So she went on to tell them what happened, how Chris said that, he's not physically attracted to her, but they did. I don't want to say this word too much in this video. They did. That she doesn't understand why, if he's not physically attracted to her, he will go down all the way with her. He will consummate their marriage and all that. Why, when she was saying it, the mom jumped in like, oh, you know, people react differently, maybe was it drinking? And I just feel, the truth is that in this episode, I don't like the attitude of Chris's parents. Like I said in the last week review, I feel Chris's and his family, I feel like they're all in on this old rubbish Chris is doing, because for me, that's how I just feel. I said it in my last review. The mom was trying to defend what Chris did. Instead of her to get down to what was happening, she was like, oh, maybe he was drunk. And Paige was like, no, not really, because even though last night I was drunk, we still did it this morning again. And she was like, oh. And when Paige was like, oh, I'm not the type of girl that will just give it away just like that. And she was like, yes, a lot of women are not like that. Like, Paige was trying to make the point that she's not the type of girl that will just do it on the first day. And more like, yes, a lot of women are like that, like trying to make her seem like what she did, like what she's saying is not valid. So I really didn't like the vibe. I just feel they were trying to be very defensive about Chris and his F-boy attitude. But either way, they talked about, after that, they were like, oh, they were not trying, after throwing jabs and coming off with a sassy attitude, they're not trying to be calm and like team Paige and like, oh, Paige, you're a beautiful girl, we like you. The father even went there like, oh, you're my type for a daughter-in-law. I'm just like, nah. After the brunch, Chris's father was doing his confessionals and he was like, oh, I raised up a straight up man that can be straight up and not be deceptive and all that. And I'm just like the father is so proud of what Chris did, but he doesn't want to put it in Paige's face, like yes, I raised up the straight up. Like, did you raise your son? Like, if you're not sure, you don't do it. Like, you don't do it. Now, Chris did not meet up with Paige's own parents, and I don't understand what happened there, but Chris did not. So I don't know what happened there. So after that, Paige got into the room. When she got to the room, she found Chris there. Chris was crying, and she was like, yo, why are you crying? And Chris was like, oh, like, Chris is such a manipulator. Like, he's such a manipulator, and I don't know why the expert didn't see through him. Paige is not seeing through him, and I don't get it. So Chris went on to talk about, oh, how she went ahead to talk to his parents about sex and all that that is not comfortable, that is a quote thing from where it's from Chicago, that you don't tell, you don't kiss and tell, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know, is this the same Chris that was very, very evasive, like you don't share, it was very that, oh, you don't share your personal details, you don't share your sex details with anybody, especially when it involves your husband. I'm like, oh, now you are not a husband, now you are not a husband, Chris, right? You are not a husband. And he just went on to talk about, oh, how it was like, is it like a Chicago thing, you don't tell, you don't kiss and tell. And I'm like, it's the same you, Chris, it's the same you, Chris. The very first time you were meeting someone, you were asking, is she a virgin? You're asking like, if you know you were not, I'm just like, this guy just full of bullshit. Like, this guy was just like, anyway, so they talked about it. It was getting heated and all that, and she was like, I just have to know, I need to tell your parents. I spoke to a couple of friends of mine that are guys, and they were like, it's really weird. Paige, it's not weird. Those ones, they're just trying to romance your ego. It is not weird for a man to sleep with you without having any form of attraction, either it being physically or it's not, men do it all the time, okay? Like, and Chris was like, oh, you're talking about our business with other people, that he finds it invasive and all that. And I'm like, Chris is finding things invasive, like, interesting. You that was invading, like, this guy is just a joke, and I don't know I don't know what he's doing here. I don't know, I don't get it anyway. So after everything, I think Chris did his confessional saying that Paige went to make her hair and all that, and Paige came back with her braids all done. Definitely that took a couple of hours, but she was looking good. So by the time she came back, they were like, oh, let's talk and all that. And the fact that Paige still even wants to talk, this is what I'm saying. When people show you their true color, take them for who they are. Paige still wants to talk, and they talked, and they're like, oh, that the expert, let them not just throw this opportunity away, let them try to work things out. See, something that is not working is not working. I don't know what people are trying to work out. It is not working. Paige, I've said it before, girl, run, because you just end up breaking yourself, end up breaking your heart so bad, like, anyway, so they end up talking things out. They're like, okay, that let them just even try and see why. I'm just like, whoo, Paige, you're putting yourself from fry pan to fire. That's just it. So anyway, after everything, they agreed that, oh, they're going to work on their marriage and yada yada yada, and then they went on their honeymoon in Vegas. While they're on the honeymoon, they were both like very chill. I didn't say it in the other listen. All the couples, they met up with each other. You know, I didn't say it in the other, but they all met up before they all went to Vegas together. While they were in Vegas, they were both, and they talked about their issues again. And then Chris said, "Can I get a kiss?" And Paige really gave Chris a kiss. Yes, Paige gave, like, I'm just like, So what did all this thing just teach us? If people show you who they are, accept them for who they are. Don't fix what is not fixable. Like, if it's not working, it's not working. Walk away. It saves you a lot of heartache when you walk away from the beginning than you trying to patch things up. Like, you know. And then as a woman or as a lady, try and take responsibility for some of the actions. It's not 100% the man's fault. You also play your own role. And there's also, there are some things, when you catch the vibe, you don't have to use it. I know this is literally like technically your husband, but you don't smate a relationship with sex. No. I always tell people, I always say, if you want to do it because you want to do it, not because you feel it's just going to smate things up or it's going to make you guys stronger. Do because you want to do. Especially when you're meeting someone for the first time, when you're not really into the person. Anyway, guys, so that's about it for Paige and Chris. their own story. It's so exhausting, it's so traumatizing. Funny enough, it's so traumatizing to watch. You're watching it and you're just shouting like, no, no, no. Oh, it's so traumatizing. I just hope Paige catch the groove. But like, this is one couple I just wish that she will walk away now. Like, I just wish, like, I don't even try walking, just walk away now. I just wish they would end the show for both of them. Like, you know what, go your separate way. But anyway, we'll have to see how everything pans out. So anyway, guys, so that's about it for Paige and Chris review on what happened on this week Marriage at First Sight. I know next week again this video is going to be 2 videos because Chris is still going to give us bumper to bumper. Chris baby mama is going to show up, or we do, I don't know how she's going to, but I think there was something about her. And let's just see how this honeymoon pans out on the other couple. Let me know your thought about Chris and Paige relationship. Let me know your thought about the other couples. Which couple do you think will stay married and which couple you think will get a divorce? Anyway, guys, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.